Hello, everybody. Oliver here. We are continuing today our problem solving, lesson 1.3, review for mastery from the Larson textbook. Let's start. So first, we're going to start with problems 1 through 4. And you can see on my screen here, we have to translate the phrase into an expression. The difference of 3 times a number m and 5. So the difference of 3 times a number m, so 3 times m, and 5. So that's the expression, okay? So the difference between 3m and 5. Next one is 26 divided by n. That's the expression for 2. Number 3 is 1/3 of a number p. So of a means product times p. That's the expression for 3. Number 4, the sum of, so plus, sum of 9 and the square of k squared. Okay, so that was 4. Next is number 5, so we have to scroll down. Okay, 5 and 6. Total cost of n notebooks if each notebook costs $1.25. This is going to be 125 times n. That's the expression. Okay, so for 1 notebook, it's going to cost $1.25. For 2, it's going to cost 2 times 125 or 2.5 and so forth. So 1.25 times n is the expression. Number 6, the time it takes to get to school and home again if you walk 5 minutes to the bus stop. So you walk 5 minutes to the bus stop and ride the bus for m minutes. Then you ride the bus for m minutes to get to school. So this is home, this is school. So the time it takes to get to school from home, so from home you get to school and home again. If you walk 5 minutes to the bus stop, this is bus stop, and ride the bus for m minutes. So the time it takes to get from home to school is 5 plus m, and then the time it takes back is the same amount, so that is 2 times that. So that's the expression, okay? Next is 7. 7, 8, 9, and 10 are very similar in nature. So here we have to find the unit rate, and the unit rate is feet over seconds. So that's what we're targeting, to get feet over seconds. So to get feet on top over seconds. So yards gonna cancel out with yards, and 1 yard has 3 feet, right? And then hours are gonna cancel out with hours here, and then 1 hour has 60 minutes and 1 minute has 60 seconds. So 60 times 60 is 3,600. Okay, and then hour and hour are gonna cancel out, yards and yards are gonna cancel out. We're gonna end up with feet over seconds. So feet feet over seconds. And then here we can cancel out 3 and 3,600. 3 and 3,600 by 3. So we get 1 here. Here we get 1,200. Then 2 zeros. These 2 zeros can cancel out with these 2 zeros. So we're gonna get 60 here. 60 times 1 is 60 times 1 is 60. So we get 60 over. Here we get 1 times 1 is 1 times 12 is 12. 60 over 12, or that is 5. So 5, the answer is 5 feet over seconds. That's number 7. Number 8, pretty much same thing, right? So we're gonna get feet on top, yards gonna cancel out, and then minute here, gonna cancel out with those minutes and then seconds here. So 1 yard has 3 feet, and then 1 minute has 60 seconds. Minute and minute gonna cancel out. Yards and yards gonna cancel out. 20 times 3 is 60, divided by 60 is 1. So this whole thing is gonna be 1 feet squared. Yes, so 1 feet, not 1 feet squared to go, sorry, 1 feet over seconds. That's what I meant. 1 feet over seconds. Number 9. Right, same thing again. Feet, here miles. Miles and miles are going to cancel out. 1 mile has 50 to 80 feet. And then hours here, going to cancel out with those hours. 1 hour has how many seconds? 3,600 seconds, right? So 1 hour has 60 minutes and 1 minute has 60 seconds. So 60 times 60 is 3,600. So now we're going to cancel out hours and hours, miles with miles. And then let's just plug it in the calculator, okay? That's the easiest. So what we're gonna get, 30 on top in the numerator, 30 times 5280. So we're gonna get 158,400 over, on the bottom we get 11 times 1 is 11, 11 times 3,600. So 11 times 3,600, we get 39,600, and this is feet over seconds. Or this is, if we divide this 158,400 divided by 39,600, we're going to get 4. So this is 4 feet over seconds. Okay. And the last one, 10. We're going to do pretty much the same thing. We're going to get feet here on top, seconds on the bottom, miles here. So miles and miles cancel out. 1 mile has 50 to 80 feet. And then hours here, so they cancel out. Then 1 hour has 3,600 seconds. And now we're going to cancel out hours and hours, miles and miles. And here, let's just do the computation again. So 405 times 5280, we're going to get 2,138,400 over 66 times 1 is 66. So 66 times 3,600, we're going to get 237,600. This is feet over seconds, or that is 2,138,400 divided by 237,600 is 9. So 9 feet over seconds is the answer. Okay, and now let's do some challenge practice problems. Okay, so the first problem is if 2 people working for 2 hours, so 2 people working for 2 hours produce 50 jars, of tomatoes. How many jars, so X jars of tomatoes can be produced by 6 people working for 5 hours, So what we have to do is we have to get the people hours. So 2 people times 2 hours, that's 4 people hours. 4 people over people hours, okay? So 4 people hours, and here 6 times 5 is 30 people hours, okay? So what this means is for 4 people hours, we get 50 jars. For 30 people hours, we get X jars. So X is 30 times 50. We cross multiply here, divide by 4. So this is 3 times 5 is 15 and 2 zeros, divide by 4. So this is 1500 divided by 4 is 375. So 375 jars. Okay, that's the answer for 1. Number 2, look for the pattern in the expressions shown below. Use the pattern to write an expression for the sum of squares of the whole numbers from 1 to n. So we can see here a pattern, right? So this is the last number in the series. The last number in the series goes, as you can see here, it goes at some places, right here, here, and then some of these are static, like one is static, it's always 1 here, 2 is always 2 here, 6 is always 6, and then 1 is always 1 here, right? So if we have 1 to n, it will be 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared plus 4 squared plus 3 dots plus n squared equals, we can see here the last number was 4 is here, so this is n in this case. In our case it's going to be n, right? So we have n parenthesis n plus 1, n plus 1, 1 is static, and then 2 is static, so 2 times, this is n, so n plus 1 is static, over 6. Okay, so that's the expression. So okay, so that would be it. So I'll just circle it here. Okay, next question is, use the expression you found in exercise 2 to find the sum of the squares of the whole numbers from 1 to 20. So in this case, n is 20. N is 20. So we just plug in 20 for n in our equation here. So we're going to get n is 20, so 20 plus 1, 2 times 20 plus 1 over 6, right? Or that is 20 times 21 times 2 times 20 is 40 plus 1, 41 over 6. So let's plug that in. So we're going to get 20 times 21 times 41 divided by 6. So we get 2870. 2870. Okay, so that's the answer for number 3. And then 4 and 5. Look for the pattern in the expressions shown below. Use the pattern to write an expression for the sum of cubes of the whole numbers from 1 to n. So here we can see the last number, right, where it's used. And then we can see some static numbers like 1. 1 is static, squared is static, over 2 is static. Okay, so 1 to n, it's going to be 1 cubed plus 2 cubed plus 3 cubed plus 4 cubed plus 3 dots plus n cubed equals, straight brackets, the last number is here, so n is going to be, in our case, it's going to be, right, n parenthesis n plus 1 is static, over 2 is static, and then close straight brackets, 2 is static. So that's it. Okay, so that's the expression, the pattern. And then the last question, use the expression you found in exercise 4 to find the sum of the cubes of the whole numbers from 1 to 20. So n is 20. So we have to plug in 20 for n in our formula here. So it's 20, right? And then 20 plus 1, 20 plus 1 over 2. This is all in straight brackets, squared. Or that's 20 times 20 plus 1 is 21 over 2. So all in straight brackets, squared. So 20 times 21, 2 times 21 is 42, and the 0, 420. 420 over 2, all squared. 420 over 2 is 210, so 210 squared, or that is, let's plug it in the calculator, 210 times 210, which is 44,100. 44,100. Okay. So that's the answer. So we're done for today. Please like and subscribe to see more videos, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.